Hello, students. Welcome to the January month Science and Tech Part 2. Now, this video has been it should have been uploaded with respect to January itself. However, in the January month, we have left out few videos just to remind you. Science Part 2, right? Polity Part 1, in which I'll discuss all the issues related with the Citizenship Amendment Act, and economics part 1 and part 2. Both the parts of economics are left out. So these four sessions are left out in January, and the February and March we are covering it, right? So along with that February March, whenever the point of polity and the economics will come, we'll complete that. So this session is with respect to ISRO only, some missions of the ISRO, right? So let's start. So ISRO Space Observatory Astrosat, not in the current affairs, but in 2016 they have launched Space Observatory Astrosat multi-wavelength. One question has also been asked. For the moon, it was in the news, Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 2 failed to have its soft landing on the moon. Chandrayaan 1 was launched in way back a decade ago. Then towards Sun, Aditya L1, we have already discussed Aditya L1, right? We've discussed about the Lagrange point and all those. I've kept the revision slides. Then venturing into the space, Gaganyaan. This year Gaganyaan becomes important, okay? Because the development, making sure that getting the Gaganyaan on track are there, and that is why they remain the current affair as well. To the other planets, Mangalyaan MOM, Mars Orbital Mission. So it is not in current affair, and I have not covered it as well. Shukrayaan I have already covered, where I have discussed about the Venus and why Venus is a better bet than Mars. However, what are the problem that faces? We have discussed about cloud cities on Venus. One paper is there of NASA also, how to that they a concept of the cloud cities that can be set up. Then some miscellaneous thing, Project Netra, NORAD, that is for the space debris, and NISAR. Very old, not very new, right? Collaboration between NASA and the ISRO. Right, let us start. So starting with Chandrayaan 1. So Chandrayaan 1, just one second. Yeah, Chandrayaan 1 launched in 2009 by the PSLV, not GSLV, right? So Chandrayaan 2 was launched with the GSLV. So the idea about the Chandrayaan 1, it was, this is the moon, and it will keep on revolving around the moon. It will not land on the moon, okay? So first time landing was tried by the Chandrayaan 2, okay? Right. So the idea was it will create a three-dimensional atlas of both near and the far side of the moon, and it will prepare chemical, mineralogical, and some geological map of the moon. So main finding of the Chandrayaan 1 was the water on the moon, okay? Right. Then findings. So one of the finding that a detection of the water magma ocean hypothesis, right? So the hypothesis was that moon was once completely in a molten state. Then as it has done also the mineralogical mapping of the moon, so some sort of spinel rich rock is found, right? Many of the material has been found, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, calcium has been found on the lunar surface, and it has led to the discovery of water also. Then Chandrayaan 2. So Chandrayaan 2 had a lander and the rover. Now I don't expect any question on Chandrayaan 2, but you can expect questions around it, okay? So it was the world's first lunar mission to go on the south pole of the moon, okay? So the lander name was Vikram on the behalf of the Vikram Sarabhai. We have discussed about Vikram Sarabhai in detail, right? Okay. So right. So it was the ISRO's first interplanetary mission to land rover any celestial body, right? So toughest part was the soft landing, and the name of the rover was Pragyan, right? So lander was Vikram and Pragyan, right? So a few things you need to keep in mind, that weight was 3500, because UPSC, as we see in Astrosat, can play with the numbers as well. If you're seeing the Rahul Gupta's video alongside our current affair video strategy session, so he has developed many of the tricks, right? He has discussed many of the tricks, very interesting tricks in fact. So if you find time, you go through it, because it can help you. If it can help you to fetch, even seeing a few videos can help you fetch 1 to 2 extra questions, it is that edge you need in your exam. That's it, okay? So the test related to the lander were conducted in the Challakere multi-agency campus. So Challakere was in the news, we'll discuss about it, and it was used with the GSLV Mark III. So why moon south pole is important? Before that, why moon itself is important? Now moon itself is important. Moon, one of the points that moon can be used as a landing site for the future exploration. For example, future planet Mars and all. So that from Earth you don't have to launch. You have to launch from the moon itself. That has been the one of the idea. So US wants that by 2024 they have boots on the moons sort of a program, right? So why moon south pole? Few of the fact that is, first, it is untouched by lights, right? So it has the undisturbed record of the solar system's origin. So our quest to find about the solar system can be solved by the more research on the moon. Then for future exploration, as I have discussed, a lot of water is there. So as we have discussed, living on the moon can become easy because it has a lot of water. Then similarly, because of that reason, some future explorations can be taken place. Then untapped source of resources, as you know, earth resources are getting scarce. Then the space can be the next frontier for what we say colonization or something, right? And outer space militarization has been in the news for the past 1 year or so. Right. Now, the payloads of the Chandrayaan 2, I don't think that is very important, right? Because it has not been successful. However, you should focus on few things. For example, chased in some wherever the worlds are there, right? So Chandra's surface thermal physical experiment chased or ELISA. I don't still think that these things you should not prepare. You should not focus on the things which are not important for exam. And especially if you know Chandrayaan 2 has not been able to deliver its primary objective, right? So orbiter's payload or lander's payload, not very important. So what about this Chalakere Lake? So it is present in the, it is there in the Karnataka. So it was an artificial lunar site, right? Now the government is thinking to develop a space flight program center here in Chalakere. Then Chandrayaan 2, while orbiting, has has taken the images of a crater, and that crater is named as the Mitra, on the name of the Indian physicist, that is Shishir Kumar Mitra. Okay, so many of the craters are there on the moon, right? So one of the crater is named as the Mitra, right? So what about the Shishir Kumar Mitra? So he was the first one to who introduced the teaching of the radio communication in India, right? He researched in the ionosphere, from where the radio communication takes place, right? So upper region of the atmosphere and the radio physics. He wrote the book Upper Atmosphere and something like that. Shishir Kumar Mitra question is less probable you can ask in prelims, but in mains, scientific achievement of the people, because UPSC for the past, I think in the past 3 years, twice they have asked about the people, right? So this is the Mitra crater. Okay, right. Next is Chandrayaan 3. So it is still at the conceptual level. So the successor to Chandrayaan 2, and it will likely attempt another soft landing on the lunar surface. The budget is 600 crore. But however, many of the details, as we proceed, the similar it will be, because the Chandrayaan 2 has failed. So Chandrayaan 3 will have more or less same payloads and everything similar to the Chandrayaan 2. Okay. But because of the coronavirus, it has been a bit delays there. Right. So Aditya L1 mission, we have already discussed that it is the spacecraft mission to study the sun. So it will study it will observe the sun's photosphere, chromosphere, and the corona. We have discussed about the Lagrange points also, right? A point in the space around a big object where the, or two objects where the overall force on this particular object is 0, so that it remains in a constant position with respect to these two objects, right? It keeps on rotating, but overall sum of the force on this object becomes 0, right? Then mission Venus, we have discussed Shukrayaan, right? We have discussed about the Venus versus Mars also. This question on the prelims, this question can come. They can ask you to, very easy question it will be. However, if we do not focus too much many times on the planets, the solar system chapter on geography, right? Many times we skip this chapter, but the question can be asked on that, right? So what are the different things? What are the difference between Venus and the Mars, and why we should colonize the Venus instead of the Mars? But finally, what are the issues there, right? Okay. So this was the cloud city, that was HAVOC, high altitude Venus operational concept. Next is Astrosat. So Astrosat again launched in 2015, India's first dedicated multi-wavelength space observatory for detailed understanding of the universe, right? So it was a 1500 kg satellite launched into the 650 kilometer orbit, okay, low Earth orbit. So the main objective was study the magnetic field of the neutron star, study the binary star system, study the region where the stars are born, and all these things. Now this question has already been asked, and if you can see the question with reference to ASTROSAT, the astronomical observatory launched by India, which of the following statements are correct? Other than USA and Russia, India is the only country which has launched a similar observatory into the space. Now apply the logic. Apart from USA and Russia, space observatory can also be, China can also be there, Japan can also be there, then EU can also be there. So it will not be less probability that India will be the only country. Then ASTROSAT is the 2,000 kilogram satellite placed in orbit 1650 kilometer of the surface. Now you can see both the figures are wrong. So UPSC has given you two chances, even if you remember one of the facts, whether the orbit or whether the weight of the ASTROSAT, then also you'll get the question right. So answer will be neither 1 or 2. Okay. Right. Next is Gaganyaan. For this year, Gaganyaan is an important thing. So Gagan means sky in any. So the Gaganyaan idea is to carry this. It is India's first manned mission. Now manned word itself is controversial, right? Because the Prime Minister has said that India's boy, a son or daughter of India will go, right? So one of the ministers also said that it is not a manned mission, right? Because the women can also go to the out of these three, women can also be there, right? So it is India's first human space flight program to be launched in 2022, right? So it will include before 2022 carrying the people in, so they will test flight it before. So in December 2020 and July 2021 they will do a trial test flight, and that is why it will remain in the news for the coming year or so, right? India will be the fourth country after Russia, United States and China to go into the space. So the idea is it will reach here, so they will spend 5 to 7 days in the space, then they will come back. Now before launching this, some of the preparation has to be done. For example, so first of all we'll see the objectives and the benefits. So Prime Minister has said in his Independence Day speech that a son or daughter of the India will go to the space from Indian soil by an Indian vehicle by 2022, 75th anniversary of the Independence Day. So the idea is the same. You can use this in the mains, enhance science and technology at every level, improve industrial growth, technology development for societal benefit and all these things. Now, before going, some of the experiments have been done, right? The first one is CARE, that is Crew Module Atmosphere Reentry. So it says that for example, you have to launch a remote sensing satellite or a communication satellite. So it has to go and it has to get into an orbit. It doesn't have to come back, but the people have to come back also, right? They will go, they will spend some time, they have to come back. So this coming back, that is Crew Module Atmosphere Reentry technology, it is very important. Why? Because re-entering into the atmosphere, it is a lot of heat and a lot of pressure are there. Okay, so that has to be taken care of. So that spacecraft need to be withstand heavy temperature due to friction. And this 2014 we have taken care of it, right? So the prior critical experiment was carried on 2014 along with DSLV Mark III when the CARE capsule successfully demonstrated that it could survive the atmosphere re-entry. Now second one is Crew Escape System, that is PAT, right? So what is this? Basically, if it goes into the air and something happens, for example, some problem is there, some emergency accident is there, so it can be aborted and the people can come back to the safety, come back to the earth. So by 2018, ISRO has completed the first successful flight of the pad abort test. So the question can come this also, pad abort test, it is in which context? Getting my point? They ask a very easy questions on this. So you have to focus on the very small details. Now when we are done with these preparation, then only we can say we are ready for the Gaganyaan. We are ready for sending people to the space. Now tracing back some history, so Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian and only citizen to travel in the space. He went in with the Russians. Now Indira Gandhi, if you remember, very famous story, he asked Rajesh Sharma how India looks like. He said, "Sare jahan se acha hai, Hindustan hamara." And 2022, Modi Narendra Modi's new target for manned space mission. 2018 pad abort test has been conducted. GSLV has been perfected. Earlier, PSLV has been our workhorse, but now we are also working fine with the GSLV after few failed attempts. Okay, right. Then we want to have our human space flight center. Now, first of all, for Gaganyaan, we will be sending our astronauts to the Russia for getting prepared for training and all. So we do not have our own specific human flight space flight center that is having all the facilities. Currently, it is being done. This is split across various centers such as Vikram Sarabhai Center and UR Rao Satellite Center in Bangalore. Now they want to have a dedicated human space flight center. Okay, so it will be set up in the Bangalore. It's the same place, Challakere. No, sorry. It will not be set up in Bangalore. It will set up in Challakere. It is many kilometers away from Bangalore. Okay, so don't get confused. Now, one thing is there, Vyom Mitra. Okay, so Vyom Mitra will be the first Indian woman to ride the space. So she will be she is the robot, right? Half humanoid. So she'll go into the space. She will test flight. Okay, what are the problems that are coming up if the astronauts finally go into the space? So she'll go for a trial run. Okay, like this. So it will be used in the first test flight of the human space mission Gaganyaan, developed by the ISRO and the scientists at the IISc. Now, as we're discussing, so it will determine if the trip is safe enough. So it will go for some receive voice command and all the things. It will check that everything is working or not, or what is the critical level of everything, something like that. So that finally, before we send our sons and the daughters to the mission, we want to make sure of it, right? What about this main institutional body which is taking care of the Gaganyaan? That is Gaganyaan National Advisory Council. Now this consists of the senior officials from the Secretary of Department of Science and Tech, Principal Scientific Advisor to the PM, former chairman of the ISRO. So it will take care of discuss the whole project of the Gaganyaan, right? And set the priorities, timeline, goals, and monitoring. Okay, so next is NORAD. So NORAD is a system of the US and Canada. Okay, so it is what ISRO. Just one second. It is a system which is there for the space situational awareness, SSA. Okay, so NORAD uses the satellite, ground, air radars to secure US and Canada against the attack from the air, space, and sea. Okay, so helping the satellites in the space. Okay, it shares the selective debris data with many countries. So this is the NORAD system. Now our Dr. Sivan has said that we get the data from NORAD. However, this data is not very accurate. Okay, we do not get the accurate data from the NORAD. So we want to develop our own observation system, right? So NORAD we are already using. Now we want to develop our own. So that is known as the Project Netra. Okay, so remember this question can come. So that is Project Netra, that is Network for Space Object Tracking and the Analysis. So it is the ISRO's early warning system to safeguard our own space assets. Okay, so system is developed to protect the threat to the Indian satellite from the space debris in space attack. Because as we have discussed, space debris is getting mounted up in the space. Space is getting crowded itself, and this debris flies at a very high speed. So if any satellite of India or any other country gets stuck with the space debris, then anything this will be destroyed or some part will be damaged. Now if you have seen the movie Gravity, only a I think 63 or 75-minute video, movie, very famous movie. So in that also debris hits the satellite space station. Okay, so ISRO initiates Project Netra to safeguard Indian space assets from the debris and other harms. So the telescopes under the network, there will be many telescopes and the radars will be set up, and different locations in India, Kerala, Rajasthan, Leh, not very important for now, right? Under the direct supervision of the headquarters in the Bangalore. But remember Project Netra, right? And we are dependent currently on the NORAD of US and Canada, right? So last topic, that is NISAR, very important, very old NASA and ISRO synthetic aperture radar. Okay, so it's a joint Earth observation project of the NASA and the ISRO based upon the radar imagining. So major objective to observe the natural process including the ecosystem disturbance, ice sheet collapse, natural hazards such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanoes and landslide. If you see the applications of it, you'll understand what it does basically. It's the same work being done by the Earth observation satellites. So hazards, it takes care maritime hazards, underground reservoirs, critical infrastructure, then ecosystem, fire management, food security, resources and all these things. Timely mapping of the floods. Okay, so this is being all done by the NISAR, India and USA. So with this we finish our discussion. So let us quickly revise. Project Netra and NORAD we have discussed. Planets Mangalyaan we have not discussed. Not in news also. Shukrayaan, Gaganyaan, right? Then towards Sun Aditya L1, Moon for Chandrayaan 1 and 2, Space Observatory ASTROSAT. This diagram can also help you in the main exam. So main exam, the question can be asked in overall idea of the ISRO's interplanetary. So you can talk about positives, negatives, or no, sorry, not positive, negative, successes and failures as well. Okay, ji. Okay, then let us quickly revise. So we started with Chandrayaan 1. Chandrayaan 1 launched in 2009 with the major finding being the presence of water on the moon. Then Chandrayaan 2, Vikram and Pragyan, Vikram the lander, Pragyan the rover, failed to do the soft landing. Then we discussed why the south pole only, or why the moon itself is very important. Then Chalakere area, 2 point it was in the news. First, the artificial place that was created for moon. Secondly, it was also in the news because we'll develop a human space flight center there to train our own astronauts in that place. Then Chandrayaan 3, Aditya L1, Mission Shukrayaan, ASTROSAT, one question we have discussed, Gaganyaan, then CARE and PAT, abort test. These two, please focus. This question can come. Then Human Space Flight Center. Okay, right. Then Vyomitra, then Gaganyaan, National Advisory Council, NORAD and Project Netra, and finally NISAR. So with this, we finish our session of January month. It's been a long awaited remaining one. In fact, I'll say, because I've left out January Science 1 I have covered, Science 2 I have not covered, right? So this is a Science 2 session. Okay then, so we are done with the session. I've announced in the next class, that is in the February Science first class, the next class that will be uploaded after this. So I've announced that how you should focus in the coming 4. Within a minute I've explained how you can proceed in the coming 4 months, because 4th of October will be your prelims, right? So we'll also be taking break from our prelims. Now it has been more decided that we should focus on the mains also, right? Because 4 months is a long period. Okay then, with this we finish our session. See you in the next class. Bye bye.